So after the Jair Alexander interception from the 5, here's Aaron Jones on the edge, nowhere to go. Eludes the tackle that would have had him back at the 1 and squirts out to the 7-yard line.
Well, you always think with Aaron Rodgers, there's one little dose of magic somewhere along the way, right? Like, when is that moment? But we talked about it from the very beginning of this game, is that this team does not give up the big plays. That's what Leslie Frazier starts with. Give me a group that can rush the passer, and we're not going to give up a big play, and we'll make enough plays in between. This defensive line is so much better than what they were a season ago.
Concern with Jordan Poyer there out for the Bills. Tunyon the pass complete to the 10-yard line. See Jordan Poyer's left arm wrapped and the elbow wrapped back there in the secondary, already without Micah Hyde. You know, this Bills defense, we talked about their great stats. Coming in #1 in points and yards allowed, they've had several injuries to deal with. But Poyer out of the back end will be concerned for Sean McDermott as that gets addressed after the game. He's officially been ruled out with an elbow injury, according to the Bills medical staff. So in his absence, Jaquan Johnson joins Damar Hamlin at safety. On a 3rd and 5, Rodgers is flushed, looking for someone to break deep, and here comes Tunyon with him to the 26-yard line. Robert Tunyon picks up the first down. He was thrown down hard by Taron Johnson, and he's going to have to come off the field.
They are doing everything they can possibly do to Von Miller on that edge. They know they just basically are going to have to sacrifice somebody to try and help that out. But with 2 new safeties in the game now, at some point you're going to have to challenge those guys, right? And I just don't know with whom they will make that challenge.
So you're down 17 with 8 minutes left. You got to do something. Again, they're down a receiver, and Christian Watson injured in the first quarter. There's a shot downfield by Rodgers, and another Romeo Doubs catch with Taron Johnson covering. So Doubs is in the 2 highlights for the Packers tonight. That 19-yard grab in the first half for a touchdown, and the big one there for 26.
Almost automatic. They go to the single safety down the field, and now it's just a one-on-one with nobody outside on the corner. But that's been a fantastic look tonight for Doubs. He has been that contested catch guy, go up over the top, make those plays. More and more, he is becoming that guy.
48, his throw sideline, incomplete. Jackson is able to break up the pass intended for Amari Rodgers.
I tell you, Mike, we've talked about this a little bit, but for the Buffalo Bills, so Tre'Davious White will come back eventually, we hope, and Dane Jackson has really come a long way at that 1 cornerback position. Kyer Elam, Christian Benford, Taron Johnson, they're a new bunch on the back end. That as those veterans get healthy and come back, this team is going to be much, much stronger and deeper in that secondary headed for the playoffs.
Second attempt, and Rodgers will take off. He'll get the first down and slide down to the 35-yard line. So Aaron takes it on his own for the first time tonight.
Yeah, you have to, you know, because they're going to have so much coverage back down the field, and they're wanting to take away the middle of the field. So they've got a little alert guy in there, but there's not a lot of action in the middle of the field. So Barron is willing to run. There is space there.
One hard thing about jumping into no huddle, there are a lot of guys who have no time doing this with Rodgers. Here he is throwing to Samori Toure, who is able to pull it in at the 19-yard line. So Toure, from Nebraska's 7th-round pick, made his NFL debut last week against Washington. That's his 2nd catch of his career. Let's see, was it a catch? That's the question. Nope.
Looked like it went right through.
Sean McDermott's holding his red challenge flag, but the game stopped by the replay booth here. And this will be one of those after discussion deals, is my guess.
After discussion on the field, ruling is an incomplete pass. Incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd down.
Do discussions count long-distance phone calls?
replay assists. You got the replay booth upstairs that could help. So maybe it's just maybe it's a local call. Remember the days when it was like a local call and you had to wait till after 11 o'clock to make long distance calls that were cheaper?
Yeah, you didn't have to punch in the area code and all that stuff. I remember.
Honestly, there are people looking at their parents going,
No
what
idea.
are those two guys talking about?
No idea.
So an incomplete pass.
Broke up all the momentum of that drive, too. Didn't it? It's like they were going and Aaron was making runs. You know the one thing that has not happened here tonight? Sammy Watkins has been a non-factor. He can't get open against these guys. I mean, it's been several of them, but Taron Johnson in the slot has really done a number.
One early for Watkins. The 4th overall pick by the Bills in 2014, returning to play the team that drafted him for the first time in this building. Rodgers sprints to space, now launches downfield and breaking free and open for the touchdown. Samori Toure, who couldn't pull in the first one, has his first NFL touchdown. 27-16.
That was so good by Samori. Watch this. Watch the number of weaves he has here. So he's going to break across the face. The safety's there to pick it up. So he switches and goes back the other way. That's what a Devontae Adams would do. He saw the play wasn't there, so he ad-libbed it, and Aaron Rodgers